right, everybody, we're in Chicago, about to throw this in. We're going to try for some carp. Let's see how it goes. What's going on? What's going on, Luke? All right, everyone, we just got that set on in there. It's not that deep. It is not that deep over there. So it's probably about 15 foot or so. It gets a lot deeper later on, of course. No problem. Hey, 2-1 on. How's it going? How's it going? How's it going, Austin? Awesome Inc. Good to see everybody on here. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. We're gonna want to make sure that's nice and tight, ready to go. How's it going, Anar? Chicago'dayız. Chicago Amerika'nın 3. büyük şehri. Ben Chicago'nun merkezindeyim şimdi ve sazan için deniyorum. Bakarız. Benim olta nehrin içinde ve evet Chicago'nun merkezindeyim. Burası Amerika, İtalya değil. Ben yem için mısır kullanıyorum ve bakarız. Sağ ol, sağ ol. Herkes görüyorsun burası Amerika'nın 3. büyük şehri Chicago ve biz Chicago'nun merkezindeyiz ve deniyoruz balık için sazan için deniyoruz. Bakarız ne tutacağız. Çok insan var yürüyor burada. Teşekkür ederim. Lütfen takip edin. Lütfen takip edin. Ben original Amerikalıyım. Evet. Ve genellikle Amerika'nın o irtibatı bölgesinde yaşamıştım ama çok ailelerinde yaşamıştım ama evet. Diyeceğim Omaha. Ee, Omaha, Nebraska. Ve ama biz şimdi Chicago'da yaşıyorum. Ama evet lütfen takip edin. KD Rez says free Palestine. Yes. No. Hayır. Türk değilim ama eşim Türk o yüzden biraz Türkçe öğrenmiştim. Öyle. Ama evet ben değilim sadece Amerikalıyım. Evet. Orta Batı Outdoors. Orta Batı Outdoors. ORTABATI Outdoors. Yeah, yeah. Follow if you want to see more. Thank you, thank you. We got a fish on. Fish on, fish on. Fish on, you guys. Fish on, you guys. Fish on, fish on, fish on. Fish on, you guys. Fish on. Yeah, yeah. I just caught it on. Nice, nice, nice. Yeah, yeah. They got all kinds of fish in here, so.
I always think of like carps and like other things, but I didn't realize that's good.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of carp. That's what I was fishing for. It was carp, but yeah, I was very surprised. So,
Is it just throw them back, or are you about to like get some fry batter together?
I just throw them back out of here. So, I think is what you're supposed to do. But
Oh, that's awesome.
thank you, thank you. Four point 4.4 pounds. Did not mean to do that to you, buddy. There we go, guys. Sorry about that. I just caught that. Now I saw that. Didn't see the that we didn't have audio. So, anyways, well, that sucks. But yeah, that was a channel catfish. Sorry about that. I thought we had audio. Thank you, Daniel. Thank you. Yes, I was wondering why we were having so few people jump on in here, but now I see why.
Maybe put your phone away. Put the pay attention. Yeah, just.
Yeah, what's going on, guys? Thank you. Yeah, this is downtown Chicago, so we're right in the middle of downtown, y'all. We are. It is very, very crowded. Tons of people out. It's right downtown. Everybody's really curious, you know, when you show them that you're fishing down here, people are like all surprised. They're especially surprised when you catch fish. People are like, wow, I didn't know there were those kind of fish in there or fish in there, whatever, you know. A little unusual. But yeah, I guess you don't see that many people fishing down here. You see a few, for sure. If you guys are wondering what I am using, thank you, Ralph. We've got 2 of them so far. We got a 4.9 and a 4.4 pounder. Here's the setup that I'm using. This is 50-pound braided line. We're running like a 1/2 ounce sinker on this hair rig. I'm trying for carp, actually. That was what the title of this live stream is carp fishing downtown. But I don't know, we haven't caught any carp yet. We've caught 2 channel catfish, a 4.4 and a 4.9 pounder. We're gonna send this right back out. I'm just dropping it down like right over the edge. Not even, it's a 10.5 foot rod as well, so it's really long, right? But I just basically not even past. Right there's a pretty good spot, I'm thinking. So we are trying to catch the fish. There should be carp, and there should be, I'm finding out now, quite a few catfish in here. And they're going to be coming in and, you know, feeding. So that's what we're aiming to catch. Just get them as they come in closer to shore. But yeah, thank you everybody. Thank you for coming on. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We're out here in we're on the River Walk here in Chicago. So this is the Chicago River Walk, and yeah, we're just doing some fishing here. It is a pretty public place I would say, right in the middle of downtown Chicago. But it's fun. It's fun. We've caught 2 channel cats so far. If you're just now joining, thank you, thank you, thank you. Sorry about the previous audio issues. I think we got those solved now. So yeah, we're just waiting to get something else on, guys. Just waiting to get something else on. 2 channel cats so far, but I was hoping for a big carp, but we ended up with 2 channel cats. That's fine too. That's fine too. Can't get over that spot. I'm from Alberta, so the city fishing isn't anything like this. Yes, yeah, no, this is very different. This is very different from things that, you know, kind of I'm used to. I'll be out here for probably another half hour or so. The bite usually kind of dies off after, you know, once it gets pretty dark out. The bite, yeah, it's not necessarily the best. Plus, once it gets dark, I'm actually planning on going and doing more fishing a little later on in the harbor on Lake Michigan for salmon, because it's the salmon season and they got the Chinook salmon run right now. So I'm gonna go out to the harbor in a bit and try throwing some glow spoons, glow crankbaits, those glowing baits for salmon at night. So, but I just thought I'd come by and do a little bit of fishing here, because I haven't done fishing in this spot in a while, and it's a lot of fun to fish here. So, because it's like I said, it's right downtown. And yeah, everyone's surprised that there's even like fish and stuff in the river. So sounds good. I'll check back if you're still alive. Gave you a sub. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Daniel. Thank you so much. We're gonna keep doing more live streams. And yeah, I like making fishing content, all that sort of stuff. So please, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for subscribing, and thank you. We're gonna see if we can catch a little more. We're going for a carp. We've already caught the catfish. Let's try to get a carp. Yeah, we're using just corn for bait, so it seems to work so far. I think it helps that we're also using it with that like rubber fake corn that kind of pops the hook up off of the bottom. I found that stuff works really well. If you use real corn and then just put like 1 or 2 pieces of that fake corn on there. How's it going, Jason? Thank you so much for coming on. Yes, we've had pretty good luck so far. We've caught 2 channel cats. One was like 4.5 pounds. The other one was just under 5 pounds. So like a 4.4 something and a 4.9 something pound channel cats out of here. So we're just using corn for bait. We're trying for carp, so haven't caught any of those yet. But yeah, the channel cat bite has been pretty good so far. And yeah, it's we're in downtown Chicago, so you've got lots of people walking around tonight. The weather's really nice, so a lot of folks are out and about tonight. How's it going, everybody? Thank you for coming on. Thank you. I don't know, y'all. I also wanted to give this a try. I went ahead and tried it. That's one of those pocket fishermen, and I'm actually going to be making like a review video on it. But I was using it. Let me see. When did I use it last? Just a little while ago. Earlier this week, I guess, I went out here and caught some like bluegill and stuff on it. But I'm really curious to know if it can like handle a carp or like a bigger catfish, something like that. We'll see. I'm gonna get this ready. We're gonna give this a shot. Yeah, I'm gonna send out the pocket fishermen and see if we get any luck with that as well. Just because I'm curious. I'm curious if it'll do anything. We will also switch to maybe trying night crawlers for bait for that one. We're on, guys. We're on again. We're on again, guys. We're on again. Oh man, got off. Broke the line, I think.
¿Qué sale?
It left. Oh, it got off.
Okay, next time.
Yeah.
Go. You can do it.
Thank you. Man. Let's see what happened. Nope. So that one got off. Not sure what happened there, but yeah, it got off. I don't know what happened with that one, but yeah, we'll see. The hook is still here, so that's a good sign. We are gonna send that right back out and see what we can do. Thank you everybody for coming on. Thank you everybody for commenting, supporting the channel. It's been a pretty good night so far. That was another close call, you guys. I couldn't see what type of fish that was. It felt pretty solid, so it was either a channel cat. I'm gonna guess it was either a channel cat or a carp. The carp in here, everybody this place is a pretty well-known place to catch carp. So everybody likes to target the carp in here. But it kind of may have also been a channel catfish. So yeah, it was either a catfish or a carp, but I'm using corn for bait, so it could have been either or. I did not think the catfish were really going to be going for the corn as much as they have been, but apparently they are really big fans of the corn as well, so it seems to work pretty well for them. We are going to keep on fishing with it because it seems to be working, so yeah. And sorry if I'm just kind of sticking the hat in the picture there, and if y'all can't hear that well. We're gonna get another one. All right, there we go. All right, throwing this back down there. So yeah, that's what we're using for bait. Just like that. That really great way to catch them. Throw it back in. Well, that went down there quite a ways. It's pretty deep here. We're still taking mine out a little bit. There we go. Yeah, I mean, this river is super deep. We're talking like 20 feet, 25 foot in the main channel, and then I think 20 foot right off the edge. Are you all able to hear? I'm hoping I have fixed the sound issue. I got a new mic on. It's got charge on it. Hopefully it works. So, but yeah, we're just waiting for another fish to take it. So like I said, it's been Yes, thank you, Emos. This is, yes, very serious fishing, city fishing. This is like about as city fishing as you can get. You see, you've got like restaurants, all that. So, yeah, tons of folks walking around. This is what's known as Chicago's River Walk. So, you've got like boats you can rent. You've got all of the, you got restaurants and stuff up there. Yeah, we're in the middle of the city doing a little bit of fishing. So, extreme downtown fishing. Caught 2 catfish so far. We've caught. Hopefully, y'all can hear me okay as well. But yeah, we caught 2 channel catfish so far, and we just had something on, but I don't know what it was. It was able to get off. I am really crimping down the barbs on the hook because I'm doing catch and release, so that does help them throw the hook a little bit, maybe. But yeah, for bait today, I'm showing you the exact setup I'm using. This is what it's called, a hair rig. So it's a number 2 hook. And then I'm gonna crimp the barb on this, but yeah, we got real corn on there, and then the last 2 kernels that you see are this fake corn. And there's all kinds of brands or whatever. This is like the fake corn you can get off of Amazon, and it's made out of rubber, so it actually floats, and that pops the entire hook and all that corn up off of the bottom, so it's floating around, and the fish can find it really easily, which is why I like to use that. And I've had really good luck with that, so it always seems to work pretty well. But yeah, I got real corn for like the scent, the attractant, and then the fake corn just to keep it up off of the bottom. Adds that little bit of that little visual in there too, I guess, for the fish. Not that they can probably see much of anything because it's really deep. That's like 20 foot down. Power bait makes a decent corn kernel bait. Okay, well, I will have to check that out. I have used like that Berkeley power bait before as well. Every now and again, I've tried fishing like the Berkeley power bait that floats, the little balls of it or whatever, and I'll just put one of those on instead. But I went with this instead today, so I like that. Anything that can kind of pop that bait up off of the bottom, I like that because it lets the fish see it really easily, and you can usually get a little more fish than you normally would. So, and I recently learned about that trick, I guess, only pretty recently, like online. I know it's a more common technique overseas, I think, but like over in England, the UK and stuff, where they target carp a lot, like their big carp tournaments, like we got bass tournaments and stuff. I think they use those. That's one of the setups they use. But it also works for catfish, and it ends up. They usually end up setting the hook on themselves, which is nice because you don't have to follow it quite as close. So they set the hook on themselves, and yeah, it's just a nice little rig to use, I think. We're trying to get at least one more. So yeah, thank you everybody for joining. If you are just now coming on, we're in the middle of Chicago doing some city fishing, some urban fishing. So I guess we're pretty much always in the middle of Chicago, but we're in like downtown right now. So it doesn't even like feel like a natural place. This is about as urban as you get. Thank you everybody for watching. I do the same trick with trout with inflating the night crawler. Yeah, exactly the same kind of idea. But yeah, I like those. I haven't tried the inflating the night crawler before, but I will definitely be having to give that a shot sometime. We are just waiting to see if we get anything though. If we don't get anything fairly soon, I'll probably give it like another 15 minutes or so, I'm thinking. But yeah, we'll give it like another 15. Oh, dude. If we don't get anything in another like 15 minutes, then we'll probably head on out. But I want to actually try one more time going out for salmon again. Not one more time. I'm gonna keep going until I get one. But my plan was tonight was to fish down here a little bit and then go hit the harbor for salmon. So that's what I'll probably end up doing eventually. But we'll see. The Thank you, everybody. Thank you for coming on. Went for Coho today. Which harbor? I was thinking probably Montrose. Yeah, Montrose Harbor. Um, Montrose, just because I can just go over there, just drive to it real quick. It's got like the parking and everything. it's really close. Yeah, I'll try one more time. I've heard Monroe's is pretty good. Ewa says, I went for coho today, no salmon, but I did small daily Varden and small trout. Nice, nice. Dolly Varden. I'm not entirely sure what a Dolly Varden is, but I will have to look that up. Yeah, we no trout really here. I know that brown trout, I guess, will come in sometime during the like will come into the harbors, but yeah, I don't think they're coming in yet. Down here, we got the Chinook salmon that are coming in. Oh, type of char. Okay, okay. You're up further north then, right? So that would be either Canada or up in like the Pacific Northwest. Washington. Okay, that's what I was thinking. I know that like up there in the like Washington area and stuff, Washington, British Columbia, you guys got so much salmon up in that little area. Um, we got salmon too, but they just live in Lake Michigan. They're kind of they're just, I mean they're the same salmon, but they're not, you know, they don't go out to the ocean. That's what I mean. Yeah, we got folks. There's people like kayaking and stuff. They're actually bought from the Washington. Oh, okay, interesting. That makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, because we don't have. I know that the Chinook salmon can't. They don't actually like breed, I guess, because they need like running water or something to do that. So the they're all for the most part. That's how they come back to the harbor. So when they come back to the, that's how we can catch them in the harbors when they're coming back. That's what's called the salmon run. So but they release them in the harbors and then they kind of remember that, you know, as little baby fish or whatever, and then when they grow up they come back to the harbor and I think they I think the ones that like if you don't catch them they die pretty much. Is that how it is with salmon? They spawn and die. Yeah, yep, spawning and dying. So you're catching the salmon right at kind of the end of their lives when they come back to the harbor. A couple of little catfish so far, but yeah, yeah. Thank you. Except Atlantic salmon, they go back to the salt after spawn. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, I'm not too familiar with salmon. Like I said, this is my first time doing harbor fishing for salmon. But yeah, I thought I would change it up tonight and go out a little bit for carp. Haven't caught any carp yet. That was what I was thinking I was going to catch out here, but I'll take the catfish that I was able to get earlier. I Yeah, the bite has kind of slowed down a little bit. I don't know if it's getting too late for it or what, but I'm probably going to go pretty soon just because I do want to get out to the harbor and try out there at least a little bit. I'm going to reel in my... Oh, how's it going? Thanks. But yeah, thank you all for... Everybody's out walking around tonight, so the weather is really nice out here, so I can understand why. Thank you, everybody. If you're just joining us now, we're out here in Chicago, downtown Chicago, doing a little bit of fishing. We've got 2 channel catfish tonight so far. One was 4.4 pounds. The other was 4.9 pounds. Caught them on the bottom on corn. This is the kind of Chicago River. That's what we're fishing in. And yeah, that's what we're doing. Thank you, everybody, for joining. Thank you so much. If y'all want to see more of this content, more lives, all that sort of thing, please hit the like and subscribe. Hope you all are having a wonderful evening. It's been pretty good so far. Been pretty good. We are we're gonna see if we catch anything else. Hoping to catch at least 1 carp. That's a little bigger, but we'll see.
We're once again back at Marina City and Towers, and from here we can notice something very interesting, and that is the way cars are parked in Marina City and Towers.
Man, the river is like full of people today doing stuff, going in and out on the river. So thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody who is watching. Are you casted out or straight down? I am like barely cast. I barely cast out. I mean, we're talking. Okay, so my rod's 10.5 foot long too. So I just kind of held it at the end, gave it a little flip. You know, gave it a little flip, another like 2 foot or so, and then it dropped down. We're basically straight down. It drops so suddenly here. So right off of this little wall, it drops like straight down, and it gets like I think it's 25 foot at the very main channel, and then it's like 18 or 20 foot right here, right where my rod is. So it's pretty far down, which means that I don't have to cast out really that far. Plus, like really, there's not a reason to cast out that far. If you cast out too far, the fish aren't going to find it. I think they kind of come in towards the wall and they kind of look for food, that sort of stuff. But yeah, no, it's super deep. It's more like a I guess it's kind of more like a swimming pool. Think of it like that than it is a like a beach or something. You know, where it doesn't go out gradually or anything. It's just there's the concrete wall going straight down to the bottom, which means that it, you know, there could be, you're not going to really see any fish in there per se, because most of the fish, like I said, are on the bottom, and it's those, you know, carp and catfish. But I think they kind of swim around the wall for the most part. They kind of come in here and they travel along the wall looking for food, looking for algae, you know, anything they can scrape off of the wall there. So I'm gonna go ahead and reel this one up just to see if we've had anything, you know, on our bait or whatever. Reel that guy up. See if we got anything on it. Just like that. That's how we're casting. All right, we're gonna try something else. Because we brought it out here, guys, we are gonna try. We are gonna try the mini pocket fisherman out. I have no idea how it's gonna go. So we're gonna give it a shot and see. We're gonna give it a shot and see. So let's figure it out. We are gonna try the pocket fisherman on and see if we can catch in some of those catfish or carp, some of those bigger fish off this thing. I really don't know. That's gonna be pushing this little pole here to the absolute limits, but we'll find out. We'll find out. All right, everybody, we're going to be trying. Second. All right, we're trying out the pocket fisherman now. Hey there, Andres. Yeah, this is the Ronco pocket fisherman. So yeah, that's what this is. EWAS. We're gonna give it a shot. So this is not salmon fishing. We're trying for a carp, but all we've managed to catch so far tonight are two kind of smaller size catfish. Slightly different location. This is in the river. So we're going to see how this Ronco, like this is kind of a mini portable fishing rod. We're going to see how it works on some bigger fish. We're going to try to catch bigger fish on it. We'll see. We're just going to drop it off. Going to drop it off right down there. We're not even casting that out really. We're not really casting it out because it's pretty deep there, and I'm thinking that's a pretty good spot. It's kind of right on the corner of, right on the corner there. We're gonna find out if we can catch anything on it. I don't know. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, Andres. Doing good. But yeah, we had some pretty good luck today. Thomas, pretty good. So definitely wasn't bad. Picked up a lot. I actually wanted to come out here today. I'm not even sure if I'm going to go out for salmon a little later on. I was going to go earlier in the day, but I actually kind of didn't want to because my arms are actually pretty sore. Like casting those big, heavy lures out all day. I mean, quite a bit Friday evening, and then I mean, shoot, probably I was doing that probably like 7 hours yesterday of just casting those big, you know, half ounce, 3/4 ounce lures out, and I was feeling a little sore today from it. My shoulder was feeling it a little bit for sure, so it's kind of more relaxed, just throwing the lines out, letting them sit on the bottom. It's a much easier going kind of fishing for sure. You're lucky you can fish for them at night. We can't. Oh wow, I didn't realize you couldn't fish at night for salmon up there. But yeah, I mean maybe it's because they really don't care about these ones because they're not, you know, native, and they're gonna die anyway in the harbor. So they just are like, get them out. It's better than having the fish in there. But that's pretty much the only way you really can target them as well, because Lake Michigan is so big that if you don't have a boat, you're basically screwed until they come back into the harbor to spawn or do their fake spawning, whatever it is. You'll basically never find them because they stay off the shore, following around the schools of bait fish and stuff. They just do big circles around the whole lake, chasing around schools of bait fish. So fish for them in the river. I think every now and again you can catch them in the river. I mean, in fact, I would be pretty confident there's at least one or two salmon swimming around in this river because this river connects to Lake Michigan, right? But there's not a huge number of them. If there are, it's like onesies and twosies in here. And they're probably only in these deeper stretches because the Chicago River gets pretty shallow just a little bit further up from here. And it gets really warm. They're not going to, I don't think they would be able to live in it. But probably in this stretch right here, there's maybe a couple swimming around. But hard but doable. Nice, nice. Yeah, I haven't done a whole lot of salmon fishing, but something I'm starting to get more into. Oh yeah, I feel like my friends call me crazy when I say I'm sore fishing. 6 to 8 hours of walking and casting is no joke sometimes. Definitely, yeah. It is yeah, it's definitely takes a toll on you for sure. That's why I'm kind of like I change it up. I can sit here right by the baits, got the line out there, just kind of letting it sit on the bottom. It's a nice evening. I actually decided to hook the strap on that into my arm there, Uwas, because I don't want to go ahead and get this get this little thing taken out by some big carp or something. They'll pull it right in. Lockjaw when they're in the river because they're sometimes waiting to piss off redfish since they eat when spawning. Stop eating when spawning. Okay, okay, that makes sense. Yeah. I know that someone was telling me they get that when the water gets too warm too in the like in the harbor, because we had, I guess, the heat wave. The At the very first week of September, there was a big cool down, and the salmon kind of came back into the harbor, and that lasted for I think 2 or 3 days. I unfortunately didn't go out then for salmon. However, I guess that was when some people caught quite a few salmon, and then we had a big heat wave come through. Everything, the temperature, shot right back up, and people didn't really haven't been able to catch anything. Someone told me the salmon had like lockjaw. I didn't know exactly what that meant, but I see now what you mean, where they're just not wanting to eat anything. So too warm, most fish get lethargic. Yep. Even like largemouth bass, in the summer, when it gets really hot out there, you can't really catch them that well, from what I found. You got to let them, got to find the cool spots. So, but yeah, it definitely feels like it was a workout that I had. Uh, Any luck yet? Just came home fishing with empty hands and shaking freezing winds. Just warming up whiskey and beer. Nice, nice. Well, have one for me. Have one for me. Yeah, we had some luck earlier on. Probably about, well, stream's been going for, I guess, an hour and a half now. So about an hour ago was probably when it was best. I had two catfish on, two catfish bites, one right after another. One was 4.4 pounds, the other was 4.9 pounds. But yeah, how's the weather out there? Which I guess 4.4 pounds is something like, I guess, 2 kilos exactly. And then the other one was 4.9, which would be like 2.1 kilo, something like that. So pretty nice. I just let them go though. They have this particular stretch of the river down here has a like fish warning on it where they tell you like what you can eat or can't eat, you know, from which water. And I guess this particular stretch of the river here, just because it's getting all that runoff and stuff, they say don't eat the channel cats out of here. So other fish you can eat, but the channel cats you're not supposed to eat out of here just because they I guess, well, they eat bait fish actually, which they also eat corn, as evidenced by what I was catching them on. But they eat tons of other fish, so they get a lot of those toxins kind of accumulating, I guess. But they were nice size. They were nice size. How is the weather out there in the Windy City? So the weather is pretty nice actually right now. I'm in like a long sleeve t-shirt and I'm feeling all right. I'm probably gonna put on a little like sweater or something, a little flannel like sweater over what I'm wearing now because it is getting a little bit chilly. Although it is a lot cooler by the river. So we're on the riverfront, which is down off of the street level, like by probably like 10 or 12 foot. So yeah, it's definitely pretty chilly. I should do not. I'm gonna say it's probably like it is humid. I should do not says it is. Sky looks wet. Yeah, it actually is. It was a little bit humid today. It was probably like 80 degrees, 70, 75 degrees, and like humid. So nice temperature, but was like, yeah, kind of some humidity. Yeah, you got these like little clouds and stuff that's going through. It's little like fog. I did. I caught two channel catfish. So one was 4.4 pounds, the other was 4.9 pounds, and I caught them on corn. So that was what I used for bait, and it seemed to work pretty well. They really hammered it. So yeah, I got this. Thank you, thank you. Corn, yep. Corn, and then I also had some fake corn. So what I do is I use the two of them together. Actually, I'll show you the exact kind of setup I was using. Um, this is what I do. I've been doing this for a while now, and it's one of my favorite things to use for carp. That's what I was trying to do. Did you keep them? Will you throw them back in? What's the story, bro? I threw them back in. So yeah, if you see where I'm fishing, you would kind of understand. You're not really supposed to eat the channel cats out of this particular stretch of river. But they would have been great eaters if they were out of something a little cleaner. Uh, hey, Ewas, you have a great night as well. Have a great night as well. Thank you. Thank you for coming on. Thank you for joining the stream. Thank you for watching. It was great talking to you. Yeah, you have a good one. That's probably is actually. Probably it would be Shih Tzu not. Wouldn't be surprised. Um, this is the setup that I was using for it. It's called a hair rig. I was trying to catch carp. This is like a really popular way. I guess they catch carp in the UK, from what I understand. And I got these hooks off of like Amazon, and yep, Chicago River. So yeah, this is a Chicago River. And I was, I put like a piece of sweet corn on. I actually had a few more on there, but they fell off. And then I put 2 pieces of this fake corn on the end of it. And this fake corn's made out of rubber, and it actually pops the hook up off of the bottom. And so you've got your weight. I have like an egg sinker on there. And so you have your ½ ounce weight, and then this corn floats it up off the bottom. So it sits just like that in the river, and it's real easy for fish to see. So that's why I like to use this particular setup, just because when it's sitting like that, the fish can see it and they hook into it pretty easy. So I was hoping to catch carp, but I ended up 2 channel cats. That's fine. Yeah, I wouldn't need anything out of it either. So it's, in fact, I know that you're not supposed to. They got those, like the Illinois DNR puts those fish warnings out, and channel cats you're not supposed to eat out of here. Other sections and other rivers in the state, like the Fox River, and I think like if you get further up the Chicago River, like past Chicago, you can actually eat out of it, but as long as they're channel cats under 18 inches or something like that. But yeah, this particular stretch right downtown here is not supposed to, because we're like right downtown, whereas as in the middle of Chicago as you can get. I thought maybe we would get something else, but I'm not sure. Uh, I shih tzu not. Yeah, 4 degrees. Wow, that is really cold in Germany, though. Nice and chilly. Chicago Beach has gold in it. Is that true? I am not sure. Yeah, I have actually not been to the beach yet. I didn't go this summer. I was a little bit busy and stuff, so wasn't able to get to the beach this summer. But yeah, I imagine that just like with a lot of beaches, people lose things. So there's that kind of gold, I'm sure. But like, I don't know. I'm not sure if they even use like natural sand or if it's all sand from like other places. They have to bring it in. There's a couple of beaches though, like, oh, they pan it. Okay. Yeah, you probably could, I guess, but I don't really know for sure. I've never tried actually. Never tried gold panning before. I would eat anything out of a Chicago River. We're pretty nasty. I lived in Chicago. I know how Lake Michigan. Okay, Lake Superior is okay. A couple others. Yeah, the lake is okay. I do eat fish out of the lake, salmon and stuff. So salmon. It's the mercury that is the fish in Lake Michigan. That's why you can't eat the fish. I believe you can eat the fish in Lake Michigan. You just have to like not eat so much of it. They have like there's a certain amount that you can eat, but it's not. I know I've caught salmon out of Lake Michigan from Wisconsin a few years ago, and yeah, we were able to eat them. You just I wouldn't eat them like every day. That probably wouldn't be recommended, but yeah. There's those like they got that mercury, and then the other one is I think PCB contamination. Not sure. Probably some other stuff too, but is there muskie or walleye? Yeah, I mean there are in the big lake, Lake Michigan, and also in this river too. I know I've seen people on like social media catch muskie in the Chicago River, as well as catch like walleye and pike and stuff. But yeah, there's definitely walleye and pike, muskie, that sort of thing in here. But again, what this area, this stretch is mostly known for is carp and I guess catfish. So we have walleye here in Oklahoma lakes. Nice, nice. Yeah, walleye are, you can find the walleye in most of the lakes, I think, in Illinois, but as well as in like the rivers and stuff. But yeah, I'm not sure where the best walleye fishing is though. I have never done a whole lot of walleye fishing. Yes, yeah, they're one of my favorites. They're basically like a big perch, kind of. I was just thinking that the other day. I caught a smaller perch, and I was looking at it. I was like, this actually looks a lot like a walleye, kind of. And perch are good. I really like eating perch, and walleye is good as well. A lot of restaurants around here have like you can buy perch or walleye that is caught from the lake. Oh, nice, nice, nice. Man, I wish more people had saw those first two fish that I had on. That was some good action right at the very start. But I had a kind of a mic problem or something, so we had no volume for the second fish, but it was still fun. Thank you everybody for coming on and doing some fishing with me. We got the Ronco Pocket Fisherman in there right now with corn. It's just right out over the edge. We're gonna see if we get anything on it. I don't know, maybe. Just need him to bite. That's all. So just need him to bite. It'll be interesting to see if we can land something on it. Bikes are hard here. Lately, people are stingy. Yeah, I noticed that. I mean, I will say I like watching fishing live streams and stuff too. So I try to like them every time I watch one. But a lot of times, when I'm going through the live feed, I'll just be like kind of scrolling through the live feed and won't really have time. I'll just pop in and out, as I scroll through. So we got the Big Brother walleye Xander, really good eating. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely great eating. If it's anything like walleye, then it's probably pretty good. That's what I say. They got like boat rides and stuff here. There was a boat that went out that was anchored right here. There have been boats coming and going off of here. I guess if any of you are watching from Chicago, it looks like you're actually able to like go out, rent one of these boats for a certain amount of time, and they'll take you around the city on like a private tour or something. I was not aware of that, but I haven't been down here. We have stripers and hybrids here. Nice, nice. Yeah, I'm trying to think what we got. We got there's probably striped bass inside the big lake. I'm guessing. I don't know though for a fact because we got the salmon. Maybe they don't have striped bass in there. What part of Oklahoma are you living in? I should not. Yep, got the water taxi. Yeah, I've actually done like the public tours. I did like I think two different like sightseeing tours. You know, they take you around the city and show you all the buildings, that sort of thing. They've got different themed ones you can do, and they're not too expensive. But yeah, Southwest Altus, Oklahoma. Okay, I am not familiar with that part of Oklahoma, but yeah, I've tried. I was not into fishing. I lived briefly in Oklahoma a number of years ago, but I was not into fishing back then, and so I never ended up going fishing. But I would like to try fishing in Oklahoma again sometime, though. Now that I'm more into like fishing and the outdoor sort of things, from what I understand, it's you've got decent noodling. I always see people on YouTube doing like noodling for catfish in those rivers, so that's something I wanted to try sometime. But I've seen people do that in Oklahoma. I was living in Tulsa, so the very opposite, I guess, corner, the northeast. It would be northeast corner, Tulsa, Oklahoma. So, um, but yeah, there were a lot of lakes up there. From what I remember, there were some pretty big lakes, but yeah, not. And then I actually I had a like we did a family event. I have a brother that lives in New Mexico, and while driving down there, I actually drove through the panhandle of Oklahoma, and I decided to check it out. I was curious what the how the panhandle was, because it must have been like 10 years ago that I lived in Tulsa, and I was curious, what does the other side of the state look like? So I stayed a day in Cimarron City. I think it's Cimarron City, and that was interesting. It is kind of a completely different sort of look to it from the like Tulsa area, which is super green. I think they called it, from what I remember, it was called green country. It kind of had like the Ozarks and everything out there. But yeah, out on that panhandle section, it was just like flat, and saw some stuff from like the Dust Bowl. They had like a Dust Bowl like museum and some artifacts stuff from there, and I was like, it looked very deserty from what I could tell. But interesting, very interesting. And then the one thing I did do in Oklahoma, I did go once. I did go hog hunting. There was a guy that I knew that went that hunted for wild hogs, or I guess feral hogs. They're not really like wild hogs, but yeah, we did that in that part of Oklahoma as well. That was just outside of Tulsa at that was some place called like Locust Grove or something. It was in some place kind of east of Tulsa in the Ozarks. Um, Yeah, they call Chicago the Windy City, but it's more windy here than Chicago. Uh, every 39 mile an hour winds on an average day. Yeah, that's I could definitely see that. So I remember we had a million tornado like in the springtime out there. There were tornadoes pretty frequently, frequent tornadoes out there. So I never actually saw any of the tornadoes, but we were always in a tornado warning. Like towards probably about spring, summertime frame, a lot of them. Hogs everywhere, lots of bacon. Yep, yep. That's what we did. We got a hog and then like cooked it up the next day and fed a whole bunch of folks. I was going to a welding, taking like welding classes out there, and so cooked up the hog and then fed it to everybody. Um, Aldad's here. Also, other name for them is Barbara sheep. Okay, cool, cool. I um I have never seen any of those, but that would be cool to see. I know they have some. I've never really like looked into doing any like that sort. Caught two channel catfish so far, so just about that big. They're like 4 pounds, so 4.5 pounds. So. Oh yeah, yeah, no problem. Yeah, I'm doing live stream, so yeah. Thanks. Oh, okay. They look like rams. That's awesome. Yeah, I'm gonna have to like look those up because I was not aware that there is more stuff like that. But yeah. Yeah, those would be cool to see. I haven't seen any of those. Uh, you go hunting Shih Tzu. Have you done a marathon fishing live? All right, so I'm having all kinds of audio issues with these. Oh yeah, the mic battery died again. All right. I don't know if y'all heard that, but I had a fish on, but then the fish got off. I think Ewas was saying about the pocket fisherman. This is that vintage like Ronco pocket fisherman. I took it out here because I was curious about how it was going to do on some like bigger fish, and well, I found the bigger fish, but yeah, they broke off of this thing because it has like zero leverage, and I don't know. I thought maybe it would work, but they were able to throw the hook, so we're not going to use it. We're going to try to actually catch something with the big pole again, and because I know that thing will work. So. Thank you. I hope the sound is back on again. Is the sound back on? Yeah, I don't think this little pole is designed for bigger stuff, we'll just say. Maybe we'll try it again sometime, but in fact, we will have to try it again sometime. But for the live streams and stuff, we aren't going to use it. But the nice thing was, I was using barbless, hooks, so that hook should fall out of that fish pretty soon. So you should be able to fight off that hook. Is the idea behind the barbless fish, or barbless fishing tackle. I think we're gonna stay here for a while, actually. Yep, there is a boat coming, so. He smells the fish, yeah. There was a dog that was looking down. It was like, oh, what are you doing? He could smell the fish. We're gonna stick the charger on 1 second. Yeah, so we're not going after salmon tonight, I don't think, because we had that bite. I'm guessing that the fish are still biting, so we'll see if they bite again. Anyway, that's why I use the yeah, I wasn't too sure how that pocket fisherman was gonna go. I guess I actually wasn't super confident in it, but yeah. It is more of, I've already tried it out and I've caught panfish on that thing, but yeah. Yeah, everybody's walking around out here, but it is kind of a public area, so there's also people kind of walking above me and stuff. Let me see what else you got there. Quail, turkeys, coyotes, lots of coyotes. Okay, nice. I've never gotten any of those. We don't really have quail. We have turkeys, got turkeys. Generally speaking, I go for like rabbits and squirrels, that sort of thing. Wish I could go hunting here in Germany, but hunting license costs 3,000. Oh, wow. 6 months to a year of weekend learning classes. Wow, that is a lot. Here in the U.S., there's like a couple of classes you have to take, but it's not a ton. It's like basic like safety and some basic information about wildlife and stuff. It's not nearly as extensive as that, for sure. And then as far as the cost, it is much less expensive. Probably like, I want to say, for if you're hunting in the same state you're in, it's usually like $50 or something, $40 on average. And then you can, of course, every species has their own rules and regulations, that sort of thing.
And I know we'll be going a lot slower, but it's still like
I have went deer hunting before, and I've caught deer. I've also went hunting for what else? Went hunting for like I guess all kinds of stuff. Yeah, like I was saying, hogs. But rabbits, squirrels, that's usually what I like to go after. I've tried for coyotes, but never got any. So, went fishing in Wiesbaden, Germany, by the castle. Had naked ladies would come up and talk to us. Oh, yeah. The algorithm is gonna punish me for that. So, interesting. I imagine that's not a normal thing, though, in Germany. Maybe it is. Who knows? Wiesbaden. I've never been to Wiesbaden. I've been to Germany a few times, but I've never, of course, I don't live there, but, oh, yes, actually, it is in the summertime. But still not sure where that's at either, but the parts I've been to like what part was it? Munich, Frankfurt, Stuttgart, maybe. And then Berlin one time as well. So I think out of all of those, the coolest one was like Berlin, I think. But yeah, yeah, I went there like twice. I think one was oh, it is a thing in Germany. Okay. I always thought that was like a stereotype or something. So I wasn't sure if that was actually a thing. So I didn't want to be like, okay, it's a regular thing. But maybe it is. I don't know. Yeah, we don't really, I don't think that sort of thing is that popular here in the U.S. So I've never seen that while out fishing here in the U.S., that's for sure. No, I've only passed through Texas one time. I drove from El Paso all the way to Dallas and then like out into Oklahoma. I was driving from California to Omaha, and I just remember how big Texas was. I was actually kind of surprised, but it's called FKK Free Körperkultur. We have special beaches for that. Interesting. I was not aware that was a thing, but interesting. I learn something new every day. That is Heidelberg Castle. Yep. I've seen. Yeah, I've been to there. Heidelberg Castle. I got to see the city or whatever. So. But when I was there, it was also the winter time, so that probably had something to do with it. It was like there was snow on the ground everywhere. It was super cold. The biggest fish I've caught by weight. That was like 24 pounds, I want to say, and it was a I guess rainbow trout, but they called it like a steelhead, I guess. It was from when I went on the charter fishing trip out here on the big Lake Michigan. We caught it while we were fishing for coho salmon. It was like 3 years ago actually. And it was out of Milwaukee, and yeah, like 24 pounds, I think. So pretty big. That was a lot of fun. Although, like, I don't know if I count that. I mean, it was definitely, I caught it, and it was big, but you get a lot of help from the captain on those charters, you know, because they throw out all the trolling lines, and of course you reel it back in, and you're able to reel it in because they've got, you know, super heavy tackle, and you just bring that thing back into the boat. Yeah, I'm not sure if the algorithm is gonna, you know, let's not talk about, yeah. We'll stay on the subject of fishing. As far as channel catfish, I did check, it was 12 pounds. So 12 pounds channel catfish that I've caught. That's the biggest. I haven't caught a blue, haven't caught a flathead. I've only just gotten into fishing in the last like couple of years, so haven't caught a blue or a flathead. Yeah. I would have to check on the carp. I got, you know, a bunch. Do you get a crowd when you catch one? Sometimes, yeah. Earlier today, when there were even more, you know, people walking, when I got one in here, everybody was actually taking pictures. Everybody was wanted a picture of the, you know, the fish. Everybody's always surprised when you catch a fish here, just because, like, I guess people don't really realize that there are fish living in the river, I guess, which. It's always kind of fun to catch fish here because of that. So far everybody's been really like positive, you know, and nice, you know, really surprised and like, oh, nice job. I wasn't sure really when I first came down here to, you know, fish, how people were gonna take like fishing down here. But actually, I first had to look up, like, am I even allowed to fish here? So saw you were, and then I was, and yeah, everybody was like, thought it was pretty cool and was fine with it. So I haven't had any like Karens or anything like try to say like, no, it's like, what are you doing? Why are you fishing? But I thought I was gonna have more of that, but that hasn't been a thing yet. So. I'm gonna put on just a little more corn onto the onto this hook here, just because I want to try to get some. And I actually don't even feel like going out to the harbor tonight, so not even gonna do that. We're just gonna fish here.
Hey, what's in there?
There's like carp, catfish. I caught 2 catfish earlier today, so. All right, so we threw that back out, put some fresh corn on there. We're gonna see if we can catch anything. My 20-pound northern pike. Nice, nice. That sounds like a very big northern there. So that I imagine would fight pretty well. That's a lot of teeth to deal with there. I have not caught a northern pike recently. The last time that I caught a northern, like I said, was like 15 years ago. I used to be in Boy Scouts, and we went on a fishing trip up in Minnesota. So. My PB downtown was 22 pounds, common carp, bait was field corn. Nice, nice, that's a big one. I've never, I know I've caught big carp before, but never any common carp that big. I think my biggest common carp, and I'm gonna have to look again to see what the weight was. I got it on like Fish Brain. That was where I have all my catches on there. But that was out of this exact spot. It was actually out on the opposite side. It was in December. I was December carp fishing, and like there were. That's why when I came down here today, I was like, man, there's a lot of people down here, because I'm thinking like when I came down here in December, there was like nobody walking around, right? Because it was so cold. But it was freezing cold. The only thing that were biting that, back in December were the carp. And but anyways, yeah, that was out of here. And that's how I know that there are carp in this river, and that's why I was originally, I guess, kind of going for those. But I also found out there's decent sized catfish in here too. Nice. Yeah, that'll. Yeah, I do remember they have quite sharp teeth. Quite sharp teeth. Yeah, and I think they're more like aggressive too. We got those things called gar. Where I used to live in Omaha, we had those things called gar. Those are pretty toothy, but I think they mostly other fish. I don't think they go after. I know pike. Those things are pretty aggressive. They'll go after like ducks and stuff. From what I understand, so basically the freshwater shark. Just kidding. Says should do not. You're close to Lower Wacker Drive. Yes, pretty close. Although you can't actually see it from here, but that's just a bridge. But yeah, Lower Wacker Drive is, if you were to go down here a little bit further, not even sure, probably 4 blocks down, you would get to it. I am right by the, I guess these are famous buildings or something. The weird looking, we call them, I always say they're the weird looking old buildings. I think they're built in the 60s with that style, and then you got Trump Tower is right over, I think there. Yeah, Trump Tower is that tall one that you see with the blue light on top of it. And yeah, that's where I'm at currently. I don't know the names of the other buildings that are around, otherwise I would say, but I don't know the Chicago architecture, I guess, that well. Yeah, the corn cobs at Marina City. Yep, that's right there. Yeah, there's they got the yacht. Looks like there's a yacht sale place over there. They've got a seafood place. Yeah. The corn cobs. Yep. That's a good way of describing them. And they have spiky gills too, yeah. Interesting, yeah. I'm not even sure how I would go about holding one of those. I remember when I caught them back then, they weren't very big. They were not big pike, and we were keeping everything, so we just kind of manhandled them out of the water and then put them on a stringer. You know, it was pretty. We might have even killed them right after we got them out of the water, I think, just to like let them bleed out or whatever. Because we were cooking them up right after catching them. I do remember they tasted pretty decent though. Like I wasn't sure how pike were gonna taste, and I'm also not a picky eater, so if I say like something tastes pretty decent, maybe it doesn't, right, to everybody, but I do remember they were not like a bad tasting fish. So, and I was not sure how pike were gonna taste, but I also like pretty much every type of seafood that I've had for the most part. Even carp. I mean, carp is great. It just kind of is. It's definitely not my first choice. Like I said, I think the best tasting fish, in my opinion, is probably, yeah, probably like perch, walleye, that sort of stuff. Sorry for comments earlier. Yeah, no problem. We have alligator gar. They'll bite the beer can. Yeah, I've never caught the alligator gar before, so no problem, everybody. I didn't quite get that comment, so I'm not sure what we were. I didn't see that. Maybe I missed it, but sorry if I'm not getting to everybody's comments. I'm not able to see quite everything on the chat, but yeah. We have alligator gar here. They'll bite through a can of beer. Nice. I have never caught the alligator gar before. I have wanted to try, so try going out for alligator gar. I know that's got like the, they're all on the Trinity River, I think, from what I understand. I mean, they're probably in other places too, right? In fact, I think there's a lake in Illinois that has some stocks, but I'm not sure. I don't think they get quite as big as they do down in Texas, but there's like a guy on YouTube that I see, a couple of them that fish specifically for alligator gar, and they're all in the they're all going out to the Trinity River. I don't know where that is though. Is it Houston? Maybe outside of Houston, or maybe Dallas. I don't remember exactly which part, but I know they'll usually like catch them, and then they'll use like a lasso, like an actual like rope, to actually put the rope around them and then like haul them in. Is what it looks like. Bass fishing 336. I haven't seen you catch a fish lately, bud. You just missed it. Well, you didn't just miss it. You missed it about 2 hours ago, I guess now. But I did actually catch 2 fish here earlier today. So had 2 fish caught. 1 fish broke off, and then another one was able to get off of the hook. But so I guess 2 on, and 2 actually pulled in. So the ones I pulled in were at the very start of the stream though. So good eaters, pikes have mild taste and firm flesh, perfect for the fish fry. Yeah, definitely. That's how we were, we cooked them up in, I think we used like foil, you know, when you make, like it was over an open fire. We let the fire all burn down to like hot coals, and then we folded, like we put the fillets of fish in there, put butter on the foil, and then just put like this foil packet with like the fish, the butter, and some like onions, tomatoes, that sort of thing. Let it all cook together. Pike are bony. They might be, yeah. I know most fish are pretty bony. That's why I really like eating catfish. That's also another real favorite of mine. So usually, like, those have really good, catfish are really good as well. The thing I like about catfish is, unlike most fish, like, you know, perch or that sort of thing, like where you've got a lot of those rib bones, just fillet them, and they come off so clean. And they don't really, like, catfish don't really have scales. I mean, I guess they have tiny little scales maybe, but not the same way that you've got like scales on a carp or scales on perch, scales on like other fish. So you can eat the skin like really easily. Oh, okay, you can fillet them bone free. Yeah, I guess you could definitely do that. I am not super skilled with the fillet knife, but yeah, I know definitely there are folks out there that have gotten pretty good practice on that know how to fillet fish better than I do. So. My brother and I used to carp fish at the lower Wacker area years ago, 3 a.m. to 9 a.m. every Saturday, Sunday, weather permitting. The boat traffic disturbance needs a few hours to die down. Yeah, I imagine, so it probably would be better. Fishing is always better early in the morning, so I need to actually get out sometime early in the morning and give it a shot. Like I was saying, yesterday I went out and I threw for like, I think it was 7 hours or so of just casting those big heavy spoons, big heavy crankbaits, that sort of stuff for the salmon. And I was too sore today to head out and do any more salmon fishing. And I thought about going out tonight, but I was like, hey, I want to go out and do at least a little bit of carp fishing. Maybe I'll try salmon. I don't feel like going out to the harbor and doing more heavy casting tonight, so I'm not gonna go for any more salmon. That's gonna be it for now, because I'm going out tonight. Tomorrow I'll go out for salmon again. I haven't given up. I will definitely get one, but yeah, they bite like crazy. Yeah, like I said, I was down here in, I don't know, December was the last time I was out here carp fishing, so, and they were biting. The bite was really good. But like, this is so much more relaxing than salmon fishing, where I'm standing around at like Diversity Harbor or Montrose Harbor in the dark and the cold and everything, just casting. This feels more like hanging out, I'm just like hanging out, got my fishing rod, my bait thrown in there, just waiting for a bite. So yeah, it is. Everybody is very curious too. They're all like, what are you doing? Are you doing a live stream? Doing like, so. There's a lot of music too, which it's good to listen to, but I will say, like, when YouTube hears like music that's played in the background, they think it's an issue for copyright. So I guess it is. But catfish easy to clay, perfect for people who are afraid of bony fish. That's what I like about them. They're simple, Just throw them on, one fillet, two fillet, whole fish is cleaned, and then they fry up really nicely. So that's why I like them. But yeah, I mean, I definitely can deal with bony fish, but anymore, usually if I catch a bonier fish now, what I'll do is I'll just gut it and then cook it in the oven. Because when I tried to fillet, really bony fish, I feel like I'm wasting a lot of meat because, I'm leaving so much. It's hard to get, until I get more skilled at, filleting and stuff, you end up kind of leaving a lot of meat on the bones, and then I feel like I'm wasting fish. So it's easy to just, you gut them and then cook the whole fish in the oven with like some olive oil or something. They cook up really nicely. I like doing that too. And I guess it's healthier than like deep frying it, you know, like deep frying catfish, that sort of thing. Yeah, there's a lot more boat traffic. I mean, obviously out now than there was in December for sure. Like I said, I wasn't aware that, you know, you got all those private boats and stuff going in and out on this, you know, dock and pulling up here and everything. But it's nice. Yeah.
So basically buying a gift for yourself.
Yeah. I don't think I'm the only person out here fishing. I'd see a few more at the other ends and stuff fishing, so I guess I'm not the only one this time. But I don't think it's also super common. It is nice that they have this all cleaned up and everything. From what I understand, like way back in the day, I don't know how long they've had this river walk, but it is nice how you can actually come down here and access the river, walk along it and everything. I don't know if you would know, Thomas, if like what year they kind of redid this river, or if they had it back when you lived here a number of years ago. And like I want to say that I've also heard that the like Chicago back in the day was like this river walk level was actually like the street level, and then they like raised the city up or something. So that's just one of the things I heard. I don't know. Just wait for a bite now. We've been waiting for a bite for quite a while. The fishing was good at the very start, but it's definitely kind of dropped off. Not near as good as it was just a little earlier. But yeah, thank you everybody for joining, for coming on here. We got corn on the bottom. We're trying for carp. But we have managed to catch 2 catfish, no carp, but 2 catfish today so far. How'd you get the fishing testing gig? Oh, well, I wish it was my full-time gig. I have a day job as well, but I just I've gotten into I like I like watching YouTube videos and doing YouTube, and when I kind of wanted to start making more YouTube videos, making more content, testing out different things. So yeah. Where you at? Fishing with Flames. Where you at? What's up, bro? So I am in Chicago. Are you in Chicago? I'm down here on the Riverwalk, out by the I don't know what State Street, between State and Dearborn. Actually, they got the names of the streets on the bridges. So yeah, between State and Dearborn on the Riverwalk, out here in Chicago. So we're like right downtown. It actually kind of looks, I'm hoping people like don't think it's AI or like a green screen or something, because I'm not gonna lie, the Fishing with Flames says I'm 5 minutes away from there. Nice, nice. Well, if you're out and about, you can come on and say hi. I'm out here just on the Riverwalk. So yeah, are you out fishing tonight? Yeah, absolutely, you can come fish. You're more than free to join in. I'll probably be here for like another 30 minutes or so. So yeah, come on by. Oh, okay. Well, if you ever want to come out and do some fishing though, let me know. I've just got in touch with, I don't know if you know or have seen Adept Angling. He was on my stream, like he was in the chat yesterday when I was out doing salmon fishing. So do you get copyright problems from music in the background? Just so my sister below friendly our fishermen are. Okay. Do you get copyright problems from music in the background? Yes, I do. It usually will flag the video. If I do a live stream, it'll flag the video as, what it'll do is it'll flag it as a copyright issue. But it's not like a copyright strike, it's just like one of those copyright notices. But I guess it could be a strike. What I end up having to do is, you can go in on the like YouTube Studio app or YouTube Studio. I think you open it up on the computer. Actually, you need to use open it from the desktop. But if you open up the Studio, you can go in there and you can get the music removed or get the copyright issues removed. So I've been trying to do that. It can take a while though. It's annoying when that happens. Just so if I was there, I was coming. No problem, no problem. Yeah, much love, man. I'm subscribed. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Fishing with Flames. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for subscribing. And yeah, please come on by, come fishing sometime. I love getting in touch with all of the... oh, you're in Pennsylvania. Okay. Well, if I ever make it out to Pennsylvania, and I would like to go out to Pennsylvania to try sometime, then yeah. Oh, check for channel Adept Angling. Yeah, his channel is huge. I wasn't aware until he like kind of jumped in the chat there, and then you know, I talked to him. I was like, oh wow, he's actually pretty big. He's been making a lot of videos for a while. But yeah, Shitsu Nut says I feed bull ants live. Oh, okay, interesting. You have like an ant farm or something. That's interesting. Yeah, that's why. And that's why I'm always like, I like doing stuff down here, but I don't like how the music plays in the background. I mean, I like it because it's nice while I'm sitting out here enjoying it, but I know that YouTube will think it's some kind of a copyright issue. But I think also it might be okay if you're not, how do I want to put it, if you're not like primarily using the music or something, if it's just in the background, it might be okay. But I wouldn't play it like if I was making the, like for the, oh, a natural ant farm. Nice, nice, cool. Yeah, if I was making a YouTube video, I wouldn't like feature it myself. But I'm not sure how it would be treated if it was playing in, you know, so far it just shows that it's a copyright issue, but it doesn't give me an actual strike, so. I'm hoping my whole channel doesn't get deleted because of some music playing randomly in the background. It's a natural ant farm. Nice, nice, nice. I will actually have to check your channel then. I should do not, so. Do you make Shih Tzu videos as well? No, I'll go and fix that. Yes, we'll see, we'll see. I haven't used a whole lot of other, good luck, time for bed for me, I'm a subscriber. Thank you, Thomas. Thank you, Thomas, so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We will hopefully see if we catch anything. So thank you so much for subscribing, and yeah, thank you. I know you're a regular, so thank you, everybody. Thank you for coming on. Thank you for joining. Thank you so much. You have a great night. Can you eat the fish there? Not on this particular stretch, no. Yeah, this particular stretch of the river has a big, like, no eating the fish kind of warning. Because, I mean, as you see, like I said, like, we're in the middle of a city, so. I'm just fishing for fun here. There might be a few types you can, but like the carp and the catfish don't. You need to do a live marathon. I've boosted my views by 30%. Nice, nice. I will have to, yeah, I'm gonna have to give that a shot then sometime. That's such a nice spot though. Yeah, it is. I like it. It is a fun spot to fish. Like in between every bridge here, there's like a little restaurant or a little bar or something like that. I guess a lot of them are closing up now, but yeah, they're playing music. There's boats going down. It's a it's not like a natural feeling spot, but yeah, anything big in there. Just a carp can get pretty big from what I understand. The carp are probably some of the biggest things in there. And, you know, like I said, there might be a salmon or two like swimming around, but they're not usually in this part. The catfish I got earlier today. So yeah, I've caught some pretty nice carp out of there. I think they were like 11 pounds or something. I would have to take another look though. But yeah, there were some bigger carp. Pretty nice carp. That's the biggest stuff that's in there. Need to switch up to some better bait. Yeah, I'm thinking about that. I don't know, like I almost want to hold out for carp. But yeah, and usually the corn is the way to go with those. However, they're on your page. Look up for ever use bread. I've tried bread. I usually have a problem with bread that I found is that the bread a lot of times will fall off of the hook, and I can't really ever get a good way of keeping just bread on. I have tried making that chum. Okay. So I've tried the what's called the panko bait, and I didn't bring any down, but use those like panko breadcrumbs, and you throw out a big ball of it, kind of attached to a weight. It's called a method feeder, and I've used that a couple times as well. And it's basically a big ball of chum that goes out. Frolic dog food on a hair rig works. Okay, and sourdough. Okay, nice. Yeah, I'm gonna have to give that a shot then sometime. I haven't tried the dog food yet. That's actually a pretty good idea though. I have tried on a hair rig before, and I've just started getting into the hair rigs pretty recently, and I like them because fish will set themselves and they tend not to swallow them. But I've used like a little sausage link, like if you know what the kind of like a Slim Jim sausage, and those hold up pretty well in the water. And I've used those for catfish on a hair rig. I've been able to catch catfish with those. Although tonight I was getting bites on corn. So yeah, peanut butter. That is an interesting idea. Might have to give that a try as well. Chum with dog food. That's another good idea. I'm gonna have to give that. Definitely, we'll be giving those a shot sometime. I have dog food, quite a bit of it, but yeah, I do like these. Chum with dog food earlier, then come back and fish the same place later. That's a good idea. I'm gonna have to give that. Definitely gonna have to give that a shot. I would say people would look at me like I'm crazy if I come down in the morning and just like dump a bunch of dog food in the river, but I don't think anyone would say anything. It's not the craziest thing that's gone on here, I'm sure, today. So, yeah, it's definitely a good plan. Like I said, I had one on with that little pocket fisherman, but that, I don't know, for whatever reason, broke off. I mean, I think the reason was it was just a bigger size fish, so. I'm gonna keep testing that out though, because I want to do more. Shad at Walmart works well, set trot line. LOL, nah, just kidding. I don't believe you can. You know, actually, I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna have to look at the. I would have to look at the regulations. I know you are allowed to throw trot lines in Illinois. You're given like so many hooks or whatever you can have out. As you know, you gotta like tag it, whatever. I imagine you would get some pretty strange looks setting one out in this particular stretch of the river, though. Like I was saying, there's a technique similar to trot lines that people use for salmon fishing. They call it like power lining, where they take like a fire extinguisher and they shoot this line out with a whole bunch of hooks on, and then you pull it in when you get one on or something. And that's something I want to try, but people tend to do that more in the winter. But that's something that I saw that's like, oh, that's cool. Like I've never seen that before. It's just a Great Lakes kind of thing, I guess. Maybe they do it on the coastal areas too, but it's a salmon sort of thing. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to do one of those, like you're saying, marathons or whatever. That sounds fun. I don't know though, as far as like the shad at Walmart, I have never had that great of luck with like the dead shad that you can buy there for whatever reason. I've always had better luck with, as far as like catfish bait. I think the best bait specifically for catfish is just a bluegill, right? Like go out a little earlier in the day, catch some smaller bluegills or even, decent sized bluegills, and then just hook the bluegill right in the tail there so it swims around plenty and toss her out. That has always been a pretty good bait for catfish for me. It's a pretty good go-to bait, I think. Live bluegill, because they really like to eat live bluegill from what I've seen. One of the most effective. I think we're about to, let's see. Maybe not. I thought I was about to get something on, but I guess not. Wonder how many guns you would fish out with a magnet. I'm not sure. I would definitely guess there's at least a few in there for sure. So. I'm also not like sure if they ever go ahead and drain this or at any time in the year. I mean, I don't think they do, but I'm not entirely sure. I would bet there's a lot of
So,
like
then I have like
oh cool, you're allowed to do that using live bait fish, very efficient. 30 years ago we could do that too here. Dang, you guys are really going, I would say going downhill, but it's going the way America will eventually go, I'm sure. You guys are always ahead of us, I feel, on out there. But that is unfortunate, yeah. That is one of my, I think that's a good place. So I think that's a really good technique, but yeah, that's unfortunate because I don't see why it's so. I mean, I'm guessing if I was I'm gonna take a guess and say it was banned for like animal rights reasons or something, but I mean, you're fishing, and I don't see how it. I don't know why that's really considered more inhumane than just fishing itself. If you're, you know, the whole point of fishing is to hook fish. So, yeah, it seems like that seems pointless if the whole goal of the end goal of the activity you're doing is to like stab a hook through a fish. Then I don't see why it's so wrong to use a live fish for bait. Are you guys at least allowed to use like minnows or something like that, or is it just any fish? You can't fish with any live bait at all? We're allowed to use. Yeah, because as far as, well, maybe it is any minnow. Sorry, you mean my bait fish? So yeah, probably any, I guess, would be what you're trying to say. I know some states will like not allow like you to use bluegill. So bluegill is kind of like what I was saying. Yeah, bluegill is like a little panfish sort of a fish, and it's what's called a game fish. So we have like different classifications of fish. And some states don't allow you to use bluegills, but most places do, as long as you're within like the limit of them. So if you're only allowed to have like 8 bluegills a day or something, if you're only allowed to harvest 8 bluegills a day, you can't go out catfishing with 10 bluegills, right? Because that would be over your limit. But yeah, that's really unfortunate because that does seem like that's definitely one of the better ways to go fishing. I've always found live minnows, live cat or live bluegill, that sort of thing. Makes really great bait. Crappie, can't use them here in Oklahoma. Yep. Yeah, so I know some states are specific where they, you can't hook certain, you can't, even if they're within the limit, you can't use them as bait fish, but. Okay, we're allowed, we can use every fish that's allowed to be caught as bait. Okay. Yeah, certain states are like, you can't use, game fish, which are fish that you would normally keep, but yeah, like Shih Not was saying, in his state they can't use certain species for bait. Illinois is pretty open about the things you can use. I think the only thing they don't really want you using here are stuff like goldfish, because those that's how they get wild and go out, because catfishermen will use goldfish. They'll go to the pet store and buy like 100 goldfish, the feeder little goldfish, and then if they don't use them all, they'll just dump them in the water and then they go wild. So Unconvicted Justice asks, what if you caught the crappie in your own private pond? Yeah, I'm not sure. I imagine it would still be the same rules. I'm not sure. I know a lot of yeah, that's what I know. A lot of some states, if you have a private pond, like everywhere is different. I know some states are like if you have a private pond that you have to have a fishing license for it if the state stocks it for you, I think. But yeah, that probably would still be illegal. All right, we're gonna reel this up. And we are gonna switch our baits now because
I am really, really thankful that I got this.
You feel me? Like I was like you literally get up on him. Thank you. He what up, G? Buck the horn and everything got booked him. I'm looking like
yeah, we're gonna switch up the bait though. Yeah, game fish. Yeah, like I said, some states are really strict about that. So, fortunately, where state I'm currently living is, they're not super strict about the game fish, but you just, but yeah, some states are. As long as they're, but where I'm at currently, as long as they're within the limit, you know, your daily limit you're allowed to use. So if you can only use 8 a day or whatever, then you can only use 8 of them. But all right, so we're gonna try switching it up. We're gonna try throwing a sausage. This is just a little sausage stick. It's got like looks like beef and pork sausage. It's kind of like a Slim Jim. I got this from Target actually, and they were like the on sale ones there, but they hold up really well, I noticed. So that's why I like them. And they're a little bit bigger than like the normal Slim Jim, which means, yeah, they just present better. So we'll throw on a piece of this sausage and see if that works. And I'm gonna put it on the hair rig still, just because I like these hair rigs. Yeah, we'll show you.
No, it's interesting.
Yeah.
Well, not for you, but like, I feel like there's like situations, but
Yeah. Exactly. Yes. That's what I was thinking too, Andres. That's what I was thinking too. And I'll show you how I'm rigging that on there. I like to put it on the hair rig. And I like these hair rigs because they're easy to unhook the fish since I'm doing catch and release. Yeah.
With amenities outdoors. At the top, these are the apartments. Each one is cheaply. There is, of course, normally in the living room.
So let me find a little stopper. stopper pieces that you put on the end of the rig can be really hard to see. They blend right into the concrete. Oh, here it went. So even when I set them down and I know where I set it down, these little pieces just blend right in. So Mormons in Oklahoma have more right than cops here. Interesting. Yeah, they would definitely yeah, they can go right through your private property. I mean, they can't go inside your house without a warrant, but they can. Your private pond would be fair game for them to take a look at, as would your private woods, private fields, whatever. Some states, I think, allow them to put the cameras up, but others don't. Oh, no problem. If I go for barbell with cheese, have to be careful not to eat all of it. Yeah. I am definitely gonna eat the rest of this, but yeah, we just got my hair rig just like that, and yeah, we're gonna throw this in and see how we get it. See if it does anything more. This should smell a lot more like than that corn should, or that corn was. So I'm thinking we're gonna go for catfish or bullhead, probably catfish. I mean, since I caught those 2 catfish earlier today, I'm thinking there's still some catfish in here. And I'm just dropping it in. I'm not really casting it out that far. And I'm not casting it out that far because truthfully, I don't think you need to cast it out very far. I think it's more likely that I'm going to find a fish swimming along this wall. And if you see here, there's a big straight stretch of this wall, and then it makes a sharp, 90-degree turn and goes right along there, another stretch. And so I'm thinking I'm going to catch fish that are just kind of cruising along this wall, and hopefully we'll smell the bait and we'll catch them. But yeah, no, this smelly bait's good for, from what I've always understood, catfish have really good senses of smell. They use those like whiskers. So yeah, they can smell really well. I don't have much luck with stink baits. I don't love cut bait worms, night crawlers, red worms specifically. Nice.
But maybe
Yeah.
you know.
I haven't had a lot of luck with those like regular stink baits that you get from like the ones from like Walmart, like the fishing section there. They're like $3 or $4 and they smell literally terrible. I've caught stuff on those before actually. But yeah, I tend not to go for those. When I do use those I use those on sometimes, I haven't done it in a while, but when I wanted to like keep fish and, you know, cook them and stuff, I would set out like a trout line or a bank lines, even. Not really like a, I mean, I've set a trout line before too, but like bank lines are easier, where I'm just taking like the twine, tying on a treble hook, and putting that bait around it. I get the treble hooks with the bait keeper on it. Like they have their treble hooks with the wire that's kind of wrapped around the middle, and you can pack that stink bait on. And yeah, setting bank lines, I've used that bait before, and I've managed to catch catfish on it. But yeah, it's not my preferred bait. My preferred bait, especially for this style of fishing where I'm like actually out here with the bait, is, yeah, like I said, bluegills, just live usually. So I don't, yeah, I haven't used a lot of cut bait specifically, but I've used, like I was saying, and we were talking about in the chat earlier, live bluegill. Had that work for me before, so. But I've had these, like I said, I've had this sausage work as well, so. Rotten meat and stinky works good for Wells catfish here. Nice, nice. Yeah. That's why I'm using the sausage here, and but yeah, it definitely works for the catfish we have here as well. So they eat pretty much anything, as I found. Like, you know, I caught fish on corn, so yeah, end of the season, fish tend to be lazy. They don't really want to chase. Nice, yeah, that makes sense too. So it would make sense to use something, maybe not a live bait or whatever. But yeah, I've caught 2 catfish so far, bass fishing 336, and those were on corn. So corn while I was fishing for carp, so. But I've also had the rod in this whole time, and yeah, haven't caught anything but those 2. Although I had one hooked on, and he got off, and then I don't know if you saw it. Maybe you commented on it earlier. It was this. I was testing out this thing. I got it off of Amazon, but everybody was saying it's like a vintage style or a vintage thing. It's the Ronco Pocket Fisherman, and I tried this little thing, and I hooked into something big out here, but it broke the line. So I don't think this was designed for bigger fish, although I want to keep testing it and make like a review video on it, that sort of thing. So maybe a worm or a nice ball of worms. Yeah. I have some night crawlers. I might throw those on again. The one thing I didn't want to catch out here or have an issue with, I did come out here a little earlier in the week actually. But I came out in the daytime, and I was just seeing what I could catch. I actually tried bass fishing out here. However, I also brought like a little portable, fishing rod out and threw it out with a night crawler on. And the night crawler was killing it with the bluegill, killing it with the worms. The worms were coming in, and or I was using worms, and I was getting the fish to come in, but like little fish, really tiny little bluegill and stuff. Oh yeah, fall and early winter is prime time for lure fishing, zander, perch, and pike. Nice, nice. Yeah. drop a big bait in there. I don't have any huge baits with me tonight. Nothing like a big bluegill or anything like that. And I actually thought about trying to catch, you know, some little bluegill or something here, because I will use those for bait. But I just don't want to really, like, you know, be sending out live. Like, I'm in an extremely public place, especially when I came down here first. There were tons and tons of people around, and there's still a lot of people around. So I don't want to, like, you know, catch a bluegill and then, like, murder it with, you know, a hook, you know, hook it again and then send it right back out in front of everybody. So that was why I haven't dropped any huge baits off here. But I don't know, I mean, it's coming up on 10 o'clock here, 10 p.m. It's 21:49, as they would say in Germany, for Andres there. We're almost 22. Or as you would say, I guess, in the military time. I noticed we call, like in the US, it's like military time, we use the 24-hour clock, and then everywhere else in the world uses the 24-hour clock, and it's like normal time. But in the US, it's like military, just the military. Yeah, that's the way. That's always that definitely happens. You have to specify with the 12-hour clock. It's like 9 a.m., 9 p.m. What 9 o'clock is it? I think the 24-hour one actually kind of makes more sense, but yeah, that's actually what my phone is set to. Like, it's set to the 24-hour clock. Just not used to it, yeah. Yeah, that's why I like the... Shannon asks, what are you fishing with and what are you fishing for? All right, so when I first came out here, I was shooting for carp. That was what I was fishing for. I was like, we're gonna catch some carp, we're gonna catch some big carp. I didn't catch any big carp right off the bat. First 30 minutes, we caught 2 catfish. One was 4.5 pounds, the other one was like 4.9 pounds. I caught those on corn, like sweet corn. And yeah, that's what I was able to catch them on. But I've had that in the water now for a while and haven't caught anything else with the corn. So since I haven't had any luck on the corn, I switched over to these sausage links. Actually, I've had pretty good luck with them before on catching catfish with these sausage links. And I put a piece of that on. And so we're seeing if we can get any of the catfish that are in here.
Yeah.
Because I know, I mean, I've caught 2 catfish so far out of here, so I'm pretty sure there are others. But the only type of catfish in this river is channel catfish. We don't have blues or flatheads in here. So it's just channel cats. The ones I got out of here were like 4 and, like I said, almost 5 pounds. So that's probably about that's probably kind of on the bigger side for out here. I've caught some really small channel cats out of here as well. I caught, that was a little while ago. I was surprised to hope to catch another 4 or 5 pounder by. Sounds good, Andres. You have a good night or a good morning, probably morning over there. But yeah, you gotta have a good one. And yeah, thank you for watching. And yeah, I'll catch you again on another live stream. Thanks. Jello chicken, should try that. Oh, I might have to give that a try sometime. I haven't tried Jello chicken before, but I've heard of it, so that might be something I have to try making. I'm going in the Dominican Republic next week for my birthday. We'll be trolling for billfish, mahi, barracuda. Nice, nice, nice. I have never went fishing down there, so, or I mean even in Florida. So I don't really have any experience fishing. I have very, very limited saltwater fishing experience, and I have never fished like that far south. That sounds awesome though. The Caribbean I know has some really good fishing, I'm guessing, so that sounds like a lot of fun. Happy birthday next week. Happy birthday to you. And yeah, good luck down there. That sounds like a lot of fun. Garlic salt, Jello, cut up chicken breast, works great. Just get some gloves. Nice, nice. All right, I'm definitely gonna have to give that a shot then sometime. I'm actually thinking of switching back to corn because there was a guy in the chat earlier, but yeah, he was saying that it's better. It was actually Tom, I believe. Yep, Tom. Thomas was saying that the fishing picks up for carp a little bit later because all the boat traffic is, you need to give the carp a little chance for the boat traffic to die down. And actually, guys, the boat traffic has died down. So I just kind of realized that while I was sitting here. I was like, wait a second, I'm not seeing any boats anymore. I don't know where all the boats went, but I'm not seeing them. So I think I'm gonna try, once again, I'm gonna try the corn, just to see, guys, just to see. Maybe it works, maybe it doesn't, we'll see. But that, like I said, I've had that sausage piece in there for a while now and didn't get anything. So we'll try switching back to corn and see if we can get a carp. Catfish with that. Let's see. So you can use a regular hook to thread a hair rig, but it takes a second because you gotta get. It takes a minute. All right, we're gonna send this back out. We got the corn. Let's see how it does.
Hey, what are you doing? Are you?
Oh, YouTube. Fishing. Yeah. I caught two. Yeah. Two. I put them back because I guess you're not supposed to eat them out of this river. Was what they're like. Use it for fun of it. Hey, thank you so much, Ed, and thank you. We'll have to get back to driving. If you are ever in Port Canaveral, Florida, look up the Orlando Princess. They will furnish everything, take you out the whole day. $100. Nice. All right, yeah, I'm gonna have to check that out sometime. That sounds like fun. So yeah, that does sound like a blast. You have a good time down there, though. Good luck. Stay safe driving, all that. So I'm gonna throw this back out. We're gonna see if we can. We're gonna see if we can get a carp now. We're not even gonna throw that far though. Right there. That's deep right there. So it gets really deep right as soon as you step off this wall. It gets pretty deep because I let out just like 20 foot of line. It just like dropped and did not stop till we got about 20 foot out there. So let's see if we can get anything, guys. What? Delia? Okay, that's pretty weird. But the algorithm is not gonna like that, so we don't want. We want to try to. I want to keep the chat fairly clean here so that we don't have a. So that we don't. I can still get this shown to folks. So. All right, we got that sitting on the bottom. It's right by the wall, so hopefully, you know, they'll find it. But yeah, thank you, Shannon. Thank you. In the meantime, I will get some of my stuff picked up because I'm not going to be out here a whole lot longer because it's already like 10 o'clock. I'll stay on here a little longer, but yeah. Dang, we've been going for 212 minutes, so we've been out here for a while. Thank you everybody who's joined, who's stopped in, checked out the fishing. Thank you so much. Anybody still on? Oh yeah, we still got folks on. Nice, nice. And yeah, we're really out here, so this isn't like a green screen or anything. If anyone is new, just coming in, it definitely does have that look to it, but we're out here on the Chicago River. Thank you everybody for joining. If you're just now joining, we are out here on the Chicago River doing a little bit of fishing. Fishing for carp, fishing for catfish. Mostly just those sort of things. That's mostly what's in here. Thank you.
It really was, like, of all the goods that
What do you? This is where those glow-in-the-dark fishing rods will come in handy, but hopefully you can see it. The rod's just out over there. Haven't gotten any bites yet.
That was $1 million idea. That was gonna be your third business. That's my thing.
What's going on, everybody? So yeah, like I said, it's been a slow day of fishing today, except for the very start. That was fast action, but yeah, it's going a little slower here, definitely. How's everyone's evening going? Thank you all for coming on. Thank you everybody for joining. You're just now coming on. We're out here in Chicago doing a little fishing on the Chicago River. It was good right at the start, but it's definitely slowed down a little bit. Definitely slowed down a bit. Move it out of this corner just because I didn't catch anything there. I'm going to move it, throw it just a little further out. Not a lot, but just a little further out. Maybe we'll get something there. We're gonna give it like another 5 minutes, I'm thinking. If we don't get anything in these 5 minutes, then we're gonna head out. But let's see. I'm gonna guess Sunday night might not be the night for live streams, maybe. That might be part of the issue. Looks like charger's dead, so.
Thanks. I was like, my thing. I invited. We're in Chicago, actually. We live in Chicago. Why they're watching my vlog from over there, like maybe at the end. Anyway, so this is something there's so many, and it doesn't even say this exactly. It's free. So I might not be a celebrity. There's some like little brand in Texas because somewhere in this and then I'm wearing
Thank you, everybody. Thank you for joining. If you're just now coming on, we're out here on the Chicago River in downtown Chicago doing a little fishing. We're trying to catch carp, catfish, that sort of thing. We ended up, we caught 2 catfish tonight. Also had 2 fish get off. One of them like broke the hook and the other one got off, got like unhooked somehow. But yeah, 2 channel catfish, like 4.5 pounds and then 4.9 pounds. I weighed those out. But yeah, downtown Chicago. Thank y'all for coming on. Thank y'all for watching. I feel like this definitely could be one of those AI like green screen live rooms that sometimes you'll see on like TikTok, but this is actually here. We're actually in downtown fishing, so.
I guess.
Oh, the Fiesta, she wants to know your fit. Yeah, see, they didn't know my fit. That is my sister. This is my sister. This is my cousin, Fakia. Okay, it's you can finish it. Okay, guys. Sweatshirts from my boarding school, and then my pants are from Tilly's, but they're Nike, and then I have my nuts right now. Anyways, that's my fit. Wow, that was so amazing. But anyway, a day in our life. So what do you do now? Day 30. We don't. A day in my life, my ass. Fakia is leaving for me with me, so that's in Chicago. Wait.
Yeah, all right, everyone. Well, I think that's gonna do it for me then. I'm all good, I think. So we're gonna bring this in. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for viewing, for subscribing, for liking, all that. If you guys want to see more fishing content, please let me know. Well, actually, don't let me know. Just stay tuned because I'm going to keep making more of it, guys. We're going to keep doing live streams. I'm going to do some more salmon fishing live streams tomorrow, actually. I needed a rest day from all of that casting that I was doing because casting those salmon lures is actually a killer shoulder workout. Like I was pretty sore after doing all of that casting for salmon yesterday because we were out there for like 7 hours yesterday, and then the day before yesterday we were out there for quite a while in the evening as well. But we'll get back out after salmon tomorrow, and yeah, we'll see you then. So But ended up with so yeah, that's gonna do it for tonight. We ended up with 2 catfish, decent sized catfish too, like almost 5 pounds. So could have been a little better maybe. We never got into those carp that I put in the title of this stream actually, where we were gonna get into carp, but never got into any of the carp this year or this time. But it was fun. It was fun fishing with all of you. I really enjoy doing these live streams, getting to meet everybody. We've got regulars now. Andres, I should to not. I mean, all of the regulars. Thank you, everybody. Really appreciate fishing with y'all. Really do enjoy it. So it's a ton of fun fishing. We're building our own little Ortabot Outdoors community here. It's good, it's good. At the very start we had, yes, it's a ton of fun though. Thank you everybody. Oh yeah, I'm gonna call that then. So
I just felt like, how did I feel like I just, it was alcohol.
you guys have a good rest of your night, and I will talk to y'all later. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a good one.